Just pulled that hub off of there, and there's really no grease left. It's just a bunch of rusty mess. All right, so we're out in the garage again today, and today we're working back on my dad's tracker. This side, we're working on the passenger side now. What's left to do on here is fender, inside of the door. I don't have to change the whole door. This one's in decent shape. I'm changing the mirror out to be a black mirror to match the one on the other side. And probably about it. I gotta take this molding trim off the bottom. You can already see there's some moss growing in there. So that'll rust out if I don't take those off. And then on the list is hubs. I gotta get these, they won't come undone. So I'll get all those done. I'll just work through all that stuff. So pull the fender off now, and then we'll just keep working through it. I think this tire's coming off so I can get in here. Can't get that bolt out. There's a fender. There's the light out of here. Marker light out. All right. That fender. There's a little dinged up there. All right, here's our new fender. So this one, a little scratch in it right there. But unlike the other side, this isn't bent down here. So this one will actually bolt right on without too much work. I think I have a new inner fender well, so I may put that on here. Yeah. This new inner fender for this side. That'll be nice. Wasn't much holding that one on. All right, out with the old and with the new-ish. That's not right. I think I got the wrong one. Got the wrong one. The old one's going back on. Kinda. We'll make it work. We'll trim her up and it'll keep at least a little bit of mud out of the fender. That one's for the driver's side. Got a little rust frame in here. So looking in here, look at this right here. You got a little rust right in here. It's not bad. It's just surface rust. That's where the tire chains were scraping on it. So I'll actually take some paint over that. All right, so we just sprayed a little bit of spray paint on there just to kind of try to help protect the metal from the rust. And where we welded the frame up here, it doesn't do much, but it's a little bit of protection. One cool thing about this one is we got a custom tow bar built for the front. I'll show you how that hooks up. Well, at least I'll show you where the mounts are here on the frame, and then probably later in the video I'll pull the tow bar out, and the whole thing actually breaks down and disassembles, and then we can actually attach it on. I'll show that to you. It's a really neat setup my dad built for it. So, but right here, if you look right here, this is the ear we made. There's a tube that goes through the frame right here. This ear is what that tow bar hooks to. And then it just protrudes right through the front of the bumper right here. Actually, funnily enough, right behind the license plate. But right there through the bumper. There's another one right over here on this side. See it? You can see where it's welded on. Right in here. So, pretty cool tow bar setup. So, really secure. Kind of one of these homemade DIY things, which my dad's really good at. He does a lot of that stuff. Anyway, so we'll get back to putting the fender on. The inner fender well I had is the wrong one, so it was the one for the other side. So we'll put the old one back on. We'll patch it up, see if we can make it work all right. So, all right, here we go. We go. All right, fender's on. I'll put this tire back on. This hub is stuck. Maybe I'll do that right now. This hub's stuck. It won't turn free. So I gotta pull that apart and get some grease in there. Just pulled that hub off of there and there's really no grease left. It's just a bunch of rusty mess. That's why that hub wouldn't come out. Pretty gross. So we'll go through that hub and just kind of clean everything up and get it moving again. So that one will go in and out. I had that problem on mine one time where I actually got stuck in the sand because my four-wheel drive wasn't working because one of my hubs wouldn't go in. It's an open front diff and it got me stuck pretty bad. So anyway, we'll get that one fixed. All right, so we got the hub all put back together, got it all greased up. It's working now. That's a good thing. Probably just finish up tying this back to the fender and then move on to the door. So we'll get the tire all put back on it and yeah, keep moving forward. Keep moving on with it. So that's good to have that working. Four-wheel drive goes in and out like it should now. So. Tires on. Okay, so I'm gonna start working on the door. Last time I did the door, on the other side, I didn't put a lot of detail in there. I got a request to put a little more detail in for how I do the door and what's inside the door and kind of how all that works. So I'll try to do a little bit more on that one. No promises, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Door handle. This is the broken one, but through there, the little latch hooks in right here. So the pin, the latch here, it has a 90-degree angle bent down on it. It drops into this hole, this swings around, and this piece here clips over the top of that rod to hold it in place. So when you pull on the door handle, it pulls on that latch to open the door. That's how that works. Door pull comes off. This door handle here, gotta come off. The window roller upper. So the window handle, it's on a spline shaft, goes in here. There's a groove cut in that spline shaft. The little clip goes right down. The clip drops through there. And so, easiest way to get these things back on is to actually just push them on. You line up the splines, you push them on, they go right on. And then pop the door panel off. Got a special little tool. I think I got this with a radio I bought, a radio installation kit I bought. All right, there's door panel. They're really cool. They just pop right off. This side they got creative. They used a piece of plywood to hold the window up. 2 pieces of plywood. Cut all the window cables to be able to roll the window up and down. And stuck a piece of plywood in there to hold the window up. Frustrating. We'll get all that taken out of there. We'll pull the window out, put the new actuator in it, and then put it all back together. Gotta drop the window down to here to access the 2 screws to hold it in. Of course, one of them stripped out. We'll get her out. No big deal. Vice grips to the rescue. Pro tip, always bring the screws with you from the junkyard. That way you have extra hardware in case you strip screws out. Here is the new junkyard window actuator. So the way this works is this piece here is what pulls the window up and down. And there's a cable that pulls on this end of it. There's a cable that pulls on this end of it. So as you turn the mechanism here, there's a spool back here that wraps those cables up. So if you want to go down with the window, it releases this cable and pulls this cable in. If you want to go up with the window, it pulls on this cable and releases this cable as it wraps around the spool. That's how that works. Take that. You slide it. Right in there. All right, so that's positioned right there, so I can slip the window in and get it right in there. Window's in. Next is the door panel. I'm not gonna put that one back on it. I've got an old one that came off of mine. This one's got a couple extra holes in it. We don't really want that. So,
well, speedy delivery.
Roller upper. I'm gonna roll it up first. Majority of the time you drive with the windows up. Then I like to turn these so they're either down or kind of out of the way. Actually, I like to turn them like that so that when I roll them down just a little bit, you flip the handle straight down and it tells you remember exactly where it's at. Anyway, all right, door handle. So, just like I mentioned before, you got the little keeper. It drops down through that hole. You always want to look at this, make sure you're putting it in the right direction. Made the wrong direction once, and that was unfortunate. Had to pull it back out. And then you pull your door handle here up. You drop your door, the little latch here. You drop it down through the hole, flip it around, and clip it back on. And you take your door handle, slide it back in here. There's some holes back here these things catch on. And them all lined up. Slip together, and then you run the screw in, hold it all together. Now you have door handles. That door is done. Window goes down. Window goes up. There you go. This door is done. Just like that. Went right together nice. So I'm gonna pull this molding off the bottom of here. I'll get it cleaned out. I'll get I don't know why that's still in here. That's the innards of the mirror that used to be on the other side. Get it cleaned out, and I'll show you how that tow bar works. It's kind of cool. Let me explain how this hitch works. So we took a piece of, I think this is 1.5 inch square, and bent it here. And then these brackets that I showed you earlier, welded right in here. These things here slide over the top of the bracket. They pin on, and these have holes through here. This hitch drops over the top, slide the pins through, and you got a tow bar. So very secure. It also just breaks down into smaller pieces, just like that. You can stick it in the back. Kind of cool. So that's how the tow bar works. Thanks for watching.